Hey guys, so we have finally reached 500 subs for the channel. I want to thank all of my subscribers very much for subscribing to the channel. And to celebrate, we are going to have a giveaway contest. The winner of the contest will have their choice between a $30 Amazon gift card, or you could choose the two Black Series figures, which would be your Force Awakens Han Solo and your Return of the Jedi Lando Calrissian. Figures in the Black Series line. These would be the 3 1/4 size figures in the Black Series line. So you would have your choice there. Those who would choose the Amazon gift card, obviously you can go on Amazon and choose whatever you want to use that $30 towards a purchase on Amazon. For those collectors who may already have the Lando and Han Solo Black Series figures, perhaps you would choose the Amazon card and use that $30 gift card towards one of the upcoming exclusives that will be made available on December 1st, which I believe is the First Order Trooper Pack, which comes with a boatload of accessories. And I believe there's also a Patreon Guard that's an exclusive on Amazon. So you could use that $30 Amazon card towards that purchase for those particular exclusives if you wanted to do so, instead of choosing the Black Series 3 1/4 size figures. So the choice is yours for the winner of the contest. So how the contest is going to work, I'm going to ask 5 questions involving me and the channel. I want to see how many of you guys watch the channel enough to know some of my favorite things. I'm going to open the contest on a 48-hour time period, guys, in which you guys can go and submit your answers in the comments down below of this particular video right here. I will be going over the answers on this video right here for the contest, guys. And then I will announce the winner of the contest next Monday during my reaction to The Last Jedi trailer. So you want to, if you are submitting an answer for the contest, you most definitely want to check out my reaction on Monday, October 9th, to see who is the winner of our 500 sub contest. So cool. All right. So the 5 questions are for the contest. Number 1, who is my favorite Star Wars character? Now, you may have heard me mention that in a video. I may have said it in passing. I'm not even sure if I've even said it in passing. But if you watched enough of my Star Wars videos, you should probably have a good idea of who my favorite Star Wars character could be. And then, of course, you could probably take your best guess. And you might be right. Who knows? Now, the question number 2 is going to be, who is my favorite Gotham character? Now, as some of you guys may know, now I'm sure not everyone watches my reactions to Gotham, but there are those of you guys who do watch my reactions to Gotham. Again, I don't know if I've ever said who my favorite character is on Gotham, but if you have heard that, or if you have a feeling who that character may be, you might want to put that answer down for question number 2. Now for question number 3, again, one of my shows that I do react to, which is going to be Game of Thrones. Again, who is my favorite character from Game of Thrones? Same thing. I may have said it, may not. Hopefully you know, or you have a good idea who that character is from Game of Thrones. And then for question number 4, and I know some people may know this, some people don't, but I notice a lot of people don't really understand the name of the channel there. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to see who actually knows what the channel stands for. So question number 4 is, what does the AD in AD Do It All Day stand for? Okay, so I hope you guys understand that question. What does the AD in AD Do It All Day stand for? Should be fairly easy, but again, I have revealed what that answer is, but I haven't done it frequently. So some people might know, some people might not. But we'll see. But, take your best guess, guys. And then, of course, question number 5, and there is actually no right answer for question number 5, but I thought it would be really, really cool to get some idea of what you guys think. So, question number 5 is going to be, who are Rey's parents? So, and then if you're not a Star Wars fan, if you just follow this channel for the reactions to Gotham and Game of Thrones, and maybe you're not well versed on Star Wars, you might want to look up Rey and do your best. Go on Google, look up Rey, look up theories, and then take your best guess and use that as your answer. I wanted to make the contest fair, not only for those who follow Star Wars and come to this channel for my Star Wars content, but I also wanted to make it fair for those who just simply come to watch my Gotham reactions and Game of Thrones reactions, my non-Star Wars content. I wanted to make it fair for those individuals. So whether you're a Star Wars person and you come here for that content, or if you come here for any of the other content, I thought it would be fair to kind of have you guys a mixed bag of questions that do involve everything that's with the channel. You will have 48 hours from right now to answer those questions. So, guys, let the games begin. But what we're going to do right now, just as a treat for my subscribers, especially those subscribers who come here for my toy collecting content, I believe one of my subscribers asked if I could just show my full collection. So I thought I'd go ahead and do that for you guys here since we are celebrating 500. So let's get started with a look at my full collection.
All right, guys, so I thought I would start off by showing you some photos from my trip to Orlando and Star Wars Celebration. So to start off, here is my band for the Last Jedi panel. Had a great time at the panel and watching the trailer. And then, of course, I'm here with an Imperial C-3PO unit. Here is the 501st. Here taking a photo, so very cool. And then right here we have the Koto Bukashi presentation of the First Order, so very cool presentation right there. And then, of course, there were plenty of cosplayers in the building for Celebration. This was my first Celebration, so it was such a treat to hang out with all of the cosplayers. I was in cosplay myself, as you see there, as Mace Windu. I had a chance to meet Old Smoothie himself, Lando Calrissian. So very, very cool. Billy D. Williams right there. Also had an opportunity to meet Mark Hamill, which was the highlight of my Celebration trip. Had an opportunity to meet Andy from the Star Wars show, as well as Anthony Carboni from the Star Wars show, so very cool. And then I took some photos with the Sideshow life-size Darth Vader and R2-D2 that were on display at the Sideshow booth. So very cool. Again, had a great time with all of the cosplayers there. And then, of course, there were plenty of vintage toys to be had at the event. All right, guys, and then on to the collection. This is my Rogue Friday haul, and then, of course, this would be my Force Friday haul from this year with all of my collection. And then here, these are going to be my Sideshow / Hot Toys 1/6 scale collection. As you see, we have Leia there, Han Solo, Chewie there. Right there. Those are New Hope versions of Han and Chewie. Of course, this is Farm Boy Luke right here. Obi-Wan Kenobi is also there as well. And then, of course, you see the other guys, Boba Fett. There is my Bespin Luke and Darth Vader. There's two different Bespin Lukes there. They come as a part of the same set. And then, of course, my Sideshow Palpatine and Darth Sidious. There, of course, another shot of Vader, and then, of course, we also have our Anakin from Return of the Jedi, our First Order Trooper, C-3PO, and R2-D2. So those are some of my 1/6 scales, and then of course we have some others here. I wanted to get you guys a good look at the Vader and the Bespin Luke figures there. So there they are. A look at Finn as well with Luke's saber. One of my favorite Hot Toys figures because he's just so well made and just a quality figure there. Boba Fett also is one of my favorites in that 1/6 scale collection. And then also some of the newer figures that have just come in. Obviously my Luke from The Force Awakens, my Sharit Imwe from Rogue One, and then we have Rey again here, pictured with BB-8, so very cool. And then we also have our Phasma from The Force Awakens. Now this particular figure right here, this is my custom-made Darth Vader. This is from his battle with Ahsoka. As you can see, he has the eye cut out there. I did create that myself. It is a custom, my first custom actually right there. And then of course these are my 3 other Vaders in the 1/6 scale line, and then we have our Death Trooper and Shore Trooper who are also a part of the collection. And then of course we can't forget Yoda, who is going to round out that collection. Now these right here are my 18-inch figures. These are quarter scale figures right here, as you can see. So these are very, very large figures, and a great part of my collection as well. And then right here is our Darth Sidious in the quarter scale figure line. This is actually a holy grail figure for me because he is very hard to find and very expensive. And then we have our legendary Yoda with lights and sounds and phrases. Very cool figure right there. And then my Black Series collection here, guys. And this was my beginnings of the Black Series collection. So I started with The Force Awakens and then slowly went back and collected some of the earlier releases in the Black Series line. As you can see there, these are our Rogue One Black Series 6-inch figures. There is the 3-pack right there. Which is also a part of the collection. These are our 3 1/4 Black Series figures that I was able to pick up. Again, our 5 POA from the Rogue One line there. 5 POA from The Force Awakens, Finn right there. So very cool. Love Rebels, one of my favorite shows. So we pick up those figures as well. This is our Kmart exclusive. With Jyn Erso, and then of course we have our Imperial Guard in the 3 1/4 size as well. And then of course this is I forget what wave this is, but one of the waves that came out last year. This is a fairly recent wave that included Lando and Qui-Gon. This is my custom Kanan Jarrus there, blind Kanan Jarrus. So I didn't make this custom, someone else created that, but one of my favorite figures. And then of course this is our exclusive with the Imperial Troopers. And then of course this is our 40th anniversary figures right there. This right here is a signed carded Farm Boy by Mark Hamill that I got at Star Wars Celebration. That is a holy grail piece for me. My exclusive Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot that I got from Celebration as well. These are SH Figure Art figures here. And then we get into more of our Rogue Friday pickups here with the AT-ACT, more of the 5 POA figures from The Force Awakens here on display. More of our Black Series. Love this set as well. Very cool set right there. More of our 5 POAs. You see Sabine there. More of the Rogue One figures. My Power of the Force and Episode 1 figures that I use for my dioramas. My Bounty Hunters right there from the Power of the Force line. You have many loose figures that I have here that I use for my dioramas. The Hot Wheels line of vehicles, which is very, very cool, and these vehicles go with this particular set right here, which is very awesome. A cool diorama of a space battle. So it's very, very cool, and it's what inspired me to collect the vehicles. And then obviously we have more of the 3 1/4 Black Series. So starting with the Power of the Force slash the Saga collection packs, as well as the battle pack that you see there with the
meeting on Bespin, the betrayal on Bespin, as the pack is stated there, with Vader, Boba Fett, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Chewie. Funny that Lando is actually missing in that particular betrayal, and it's stated betrayal on Bespin, and Lando is missing out of that particular pack. But still, nonetheless, very, very cool. But as you can see, there's also the Minok Hunt in the far right-hand corner there. And then you have the Jedi Spirits there, among one of my favorites there. And then you have the Jabba Scarif Guards there, just above the final Jedi duel. And then you have Jabba Hutt's Dancers above that. We have our Rebel Pilots above the Betrayal on Bespin pack. And then one of my absolute favorite packs here is the Saga Collection pack there, depicting the Death Star in the conference room there with Tarkin, Vader, and the other leaders among the Empire. So very, very cool pack there, one of my favorites. And then there is the Tatooine Showdown in the far left corner, bottom corner there. And then we have our purchase of the droids, and then the Cantina Showdown just above that. And I apologize for the glare on that Cantina Showdown, guys. So there it is, the Cantina Showdown with Obi-Wan and our unfortunate victims of his blade. So those are those packs, guys, and we're gonna get a look at some of the other items here. So guys, continuing on with the additional pieces, we have here some more of our Power of the Force pieces here, as well as a couple of New Hope pieces that you see there with the blue packaging there. Then of course you have your Revenge of the Sith figures that are off to the left-hand side there. So we're gonna get a close shot of that so you guys can get a good look at that. All right, you guys, and getting you a closer look at each one of these packs, just so you can see what those particular dioramas look like on the inside. Here it is, guys. You know, as I mentioned, they depict different scenes from each one of the films. Particularly here, A New Hope is featured. And then, of course, we have our clone troopers there, the support squad, our Cantina and Jabba's Palace dioramas. Very, very cool. And then, of course, again, Luke and Leia, Vader, Han and Chewie. Getting a look at that Vader set, guys, just so you can get a look. I know there's a bit of a glare there. I'm gonna kind of zoom in, but yeah, his helmet is crooked in there. And I've tried to straighten it out by shaking the package without opening it up, and I just can't get it done. So it is what it is, guys. So, and please excuse the mess in the background. These are all of my packages that I pulled out here today. So again, you're gonna have to forgive the mess that is in the background.
Moving on to our vehicles, we have our Rebel Snap Tight vehicles here. And then here is our Tamaka Tommy Death Star set, which is a really cool set. It encloses to the Death Star with all of the vehicles here. The vehicles are sold separately, and then it opens up to reveal the inner workings of the Death Star, as you can see here. And again, the figures are sold separately as well, so very cool. And then this would be my Walker sets, AT-AT, ACT. And then, of course, we have our newest vehicles here in the 6-inch line. A couple of our vehicles from the 3 1/4 line that just were released for the Last Jedi line of toys.
Getting a look here at our crafts here at the bottom, as you can see, one of my favorite crafts of all of Star Wars lore is the ARC-170 fighter. As you guys can see, I have 3 different versions of that particular craft. My favorite actually is between the Shadow Trooper version there, the one at the very top, the grayish one there, which is actually a Imperial fighter. This is after, shortly after Sidious had converted the Republic over to the Empire, and they converted the 170 fighters over to Imperial colors. And as you can see on that particular craft, the Imperial symbol appears on it. And there are Shadow Troopers that go with that particular craft as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe I have any of the Shadow Troopers, unfortunately, but I believe that is the Shadow Trooper version of the 170 or ARC 170 fighter. And then the two at the bottom on the ends, on either end there, you have your seemingly be like a tiger print. I don't know exactly what kind of animal that is. It's fierce, it looks crazy, and it's awesome. And then of course you have your standard Republic colors there on the right hand side corner there. I had to get it in all three versions because that is one of my favorite crafts of all of Star Wars lore. And then you have your Republic gunship there in the middle at the bottom there. So very, very cool and awesome. And then on top of the two 170 fighters on the end is two battle packs that include the ARC 170 Elite Squad Troopers. I bought two because I have three of those crafts, and then of course there is a single pilot there as well. And then guys, at the very top of this, not a pyramid, but this little stack here of fighters and ships that we have is your Mandalorian Assault Transport, which is super, super awesome, fits at least 6 figures on the inside. And then of course you have Anakin's Jedi Starfighter there to the right of that, which is absolutely awesome. So guys, that is a look at some of the starships and fighters in my collection. There are quite a few more that we're going to get a look at, so let's get a look at those now. Special vehicle here out of this particular lot right here is going to be obviously Boba Fett's ship right here, Slave One. Absolutely awesome. You get young Boba with it. You also get your Bossk figure as well as Anakin, and you also get Mace Windu. There's also a astromech droid that is also Mace's helmet as well. With the figure that is complete with that set, which is absolutely awesome. And then the other thing that you get is you get Mace Windu Starfighter, complete with Boba Fett's 18-inch long slave. So it's very, very cool set right there, and that would be my prize set out of this particular lot of ships right here. And then you have to the right the Republic attack shuttle, very, very cool. And then it also opens up into a play set basically, and it has electronic lights and sounds, and there's phrases that are complete with that particular set, so that's absolutely awesome. Also comes with your clone pilot for the ship as well, so very cool. And then you have your Sith infiltrator. This is going to be Maul's original ship that he had, very, very cool. Has a spring action wing feature on it as well. So absolutely awesome. And then we also have Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan's starfighters. So these would be the starfighters that they had in Revenge of the Sith, obviously, as you see there. And then on the top, as you can see, we do have for our Imperial forces a Star Destroyer model set. This has a fiber optic lighting system with it. And then to round everything out, guys, we have our Power of the Force Darth Vader TIE Fighter. We haven't forgot about you. We haven't forgot about the Rebel transport ship playset, vintage. There it is, guys. Got this loose from Lou's Collectibles and here in Culver City. Got it for a very cool price. So that is also a part of our starship and aircraft set. So there it is.
So here we have two of my turbo tanks. I did pick them up loose and they were missing some pieces, but I have since completed them. So a very fulfilling project there.
All right, guys, and then to continue on here, we are getting a look at some of our Black Series sets here, two-figure sets and diorama sets here. Starting with my favorite of this particular set here, and this is a tough one here because there's some real good ones here, man. But I most definitely have to go with the Rancor set here, or Jabba's Palace slash Rancor. Toys R Us exclusive right there. I was able to find that. I actually found it at Toys R Us, no lie, a couple of months ago, right after Star Wars Celebration, ironically. It was sitting on the shelf, 79 bucks. I was like, that is a steal, because if you go on eBay trying to find this thing, I guarantee you you're not going to find it under $100. So got a really good deal on that. Very excited about that. We will get a closer look at it. I know it's kind of dark because I have the snow speeder sitting on top of that.
All right, guys, so to get you a closer look at the Rancor set, complete with a Luke, comes with the guard, also comes with Slave Leia, C-3PO, and Jabba the Hutt there, so very, very cool. And of course it has our Rancor on the inside. And I apologize for the glare, guys, but there he is, a little bit clearer. Luke, guard, Jabba, and then I don't think there's going to be anything I can do about the glare for Leia and C-3PO, but there they are. And then guys, and I didn't even mention this, but on the other part, but here, right here is going to be the Legacy Barge set, this and Sarlacc pit. So very, very cool set. If you guys have seen this before, you know it is awesome. Has Jabba's guards there, has a very blind Han Solo there. It also has your Lando in disguise there. It has Boba Fett about to be attacked by the Sarlacc, so very cool. And then you have your Sarlacc there, right there. So absolutely cool, very cool set, and I love this set as well. And then of course we have our Biker Scout on his bike. Very cool set. Cantina Showdown with Han Solo. And then we have Luke about to get crushed. And then look, we got dead Dak in the back. Dead Dak in the back. It should say dead Dak Rattler in the back is what it should say. By Morbid Toys. Morbid Toys presents Dead Dak in the back. And then they get you more detail on the snow speeder. So absolutely cool. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to hopefully display it one day, hang it from the roof, and flying motion with Luke piloting it, or put it in a diorama with my Legacy AT-AT. And then we have Solo and his Tauntaun, very cool. And then we also have Luke and the Wampa. So awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. All right, guys, so to finish everything off, we are coming with the big boys here, boy. The big ones here. So obviously out of this particular group, we all know right here who the big boy is, who basically the holy grail of vehicles are for your Star Wars collection. It is the 2.5 foot long, over 2.5 foot long Millennium Falcon Legacy Collection. So as you guys can see, they're a huge box, man, absolutely huge. Offers you electronic lights, sounds, and phrases. You also get your Chewie and Han there in the 3 1/4 size. So very, very cool.
vehicle, and I was very ecstatic to get that. One of the not one of the first pieces I picked up, but it was one of the earlier pieces that I picked up in my collecting and while I was started collecting. And then obviously the release of the 6-inch scale TIE Fighter, first order TIE Fighter there to the right, which is, I believe, maybe the largest vehicle ever produced for the Star Wars line. I'm not sure, not 100% sure about that, but it is quite a large vehicle for the Star Wars line, so very, very cool. And then on top of that, we have our Imperial Shuttle. You guys have seen the Imperial Shuttle, or those subscribers who have been with the channel for a certain amount of time, over 3 months or so. And if you caught any of my diorama videos, you have probably seen that shuttle in one of my dioramas there. So there it is in the box. And then of course, we have our Royal Naboo starship there. It's also a slash playset, so very, very cool. Large vehicle, awesome vehicle. Also offers you light, sounds, and other little goodies as well, as you can see pictured on the cover. These are among my prized pieces in my collection, especially the Falcon, obviously. The size, the scale of that Falcon. I am very much into large scale vehicles. So the Falcon fits that profile perfectly, as does the First Order TIE as well. But to have something as iconic as the Falcon in that size is truly awesome. So there it is, guys. That is pretty much
All right,
everything.
guys. So don't forget to answer the 5 questions for the 500 sub giveaway contest. The winner will have their choice between a $30 Amazon gift card or the Han and Lando Black Series figures. May the force be with all of the contestants.
So I want to thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And
From the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the force be with you always.